Hello beautiful people, welcome to my YouTube channel about somatic embodiment. My name is Eva and today I would like to share with you one beautiful exercise which helped me enormously with my breathing. If you haven't so, subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to like this video. If there is a sound in the background which you might hear, it's the sound of the river, and I feel honored to be sitting under this incredible tree and guide you through this exercise. This breathing technique or this somatic exercise is called the three-dimensional breathing. So first state is please sit down. You can be seated cross-legged, you can also sit on a chair, you can sit on the bed. If you're sitting on a chair, make sure that your feet are grounded, that your knees are the hip distance. If you're sitting cross-legged like me, feel the sitting bone nicely, firmly supported in the ground or in the earth. And let's just close the eyes and first feel the alignment of the spine, which is just without any effort floating above the hips, and from the sitting bones, the support of the pelvis, the spine is gently erected in the direction towards the head of the crown and up to the sky. Once you feel like you grounded in your seated position and you relaxed, your shoulders are relaxed, we're gonna together imagine that there is a muscle, not imagine, it's a reality. So we have a diaphragm. It's a muscle which is mostly responsible for our breath. It's not the lungs as the first thing, actually it's the movement of the diaphragm. And the diaphragm is just below the lungs and where the rib cage is ending, the end of the floating ribs. And imagine the diaphragm is the shape of a dome, so it's like this. And when we breathe in, the diaphragm goes down, and that allows us to kind of like a pump to take inhale air into our lungs, which expands in the rib cage into all the dimensions, the three dimensions, so the front, the back, and the sides. And of course we engaged in other muscles like the muscles in between the ribs. So the diaphragm goes down, we inhale, the lungs inflates, the air goes into the three-dimensional space, and then we just let go of the diaphragm. The diaphragm comes back to its natural first position, so it comes up, and that means the air goes out and we just relax, the air flows out. So I invite you, while you're sitting, you're gonna cross your fingers and you're gonna imagine that your arms are creating the shape of the diaphragm, the dome. And now you're gonna inhale through the nose or through the mouth, it's up to you, but ideally better through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. So as you inhale, you imagine and synchronize your arms with the diaphragm. You visualize that your arms are the diaphragm and there is this pump going down. And then as you exhale, the diaphragm just comes back. And we do this for a little moment. You can, if you do it by yourself, you can do it for as long as it feels good. So inhale. Pushing the diaphragm down, making space in the rib cage. Exhale, just relaxing. Air goes out naturally by bringing back the diaphragm in the dome shape. A few more times. Inhale. Now keep doing this motion for yourself and connecting the breath, the motion of your arms, the diaphragm. And as you will do so, now you're gonna also imagine that when you press down the diaphragm and the inhale happens, your rib cage goes into the sides. So you imagine that you're creating this wide space in your rib cage, and your lungs are expanding to the sides of your body. Diaphragm keeps going. Now into this, keep going, we're gonna add the other dimension, which is the front. So as you're gonna be moving the diaphragm, inhaling to the side, you're gonna also inhale into the heart and the front. And as you inhale into the front, let's add right away the back. And imagine that in between the front and the back, there is, the spine, there is actually the heart somewhere in the middle. And you're kind of creating this beautiful space in your rib cage, in the front and the back, and don't forget the sides. So that's why it's called a three-dimensional. So we're gonna add these 3 dimensions now, while you still keep concentrating on the diaphragm movement. Now you imagine that you're inhaling, expanding. The air expands in those 3 dimensions. And as you're expanding, you're also taking space. You are connecting with what's around you. And you're expanding into the bigger space, maybe the room or the space around me now. And energetically, we are just kind of getting bigger and bigger as we inhale. Connecting with the wider and outer universe. And then when you exhale and the diaphragm just comes back to the natural, you're coming back to the center, to yourself, to the microcosm. And you find your own rhythm. It can be faster than this or much slower than this. And I'm trying to keep as relaxed as I can in my shoulders, in my clavicle, in my neck. There's no tension in this area. So please feel free to do this breathing technique for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, however long it feels good for you. If you have any questions, please make a comment below. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel, get more exercises, check out my website where I share more. You can also contact me in person if you have any questions or any will to do more of these somatic exercises. Thank you so much for watching this video.